Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, 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 morning. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing? I hope and I pray that everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful, amazing morning. So we are going to do the pick a card. I did go ahead and post them on Facebook. I have not revealed them yet. I don't even know what's underneath each of these spells. But I wanted to go ahead and get started. I did on Facebook and Instagram, I put that we're going to start at 15. So we're going to go ahead and focus the camera and our energy down on the bells and the cards. You're going to go ahead and set your intentions. We're going to take a few deep breaths in and out, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. So, alrighty. Let me. Alrighty. So deep breath in. And exhale. Again, deep breath in. And exhale. And again, deep breath in. And exhale. Alrighty, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll get started. We still have a minute, so there you go. Ay. Let's go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and get started, anyways. 219 for the kiss spell. Move over to the side. Move over to the side. So if you guys went ahead and you chose the kiss spell, let's go ahead and see. We have warrior, be fearless and stand strong. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll read and see what the book says in regards to that. Where is the warrior? Page 84. Don't back down. Make your opinions heard. Don't settle for second best. So there's definitely this energy when it comes to like not settling down, when it comes to not backing down. Some of you really have to get into the space where you have to really stop allowing people or individuals to really come in and take control of your life, take control of your decisions, or maybe these are just individuals that are constantly like coming at you or constantly criticizing or constantly like minimizing what it is that you're trying to do or what you're trying to say. There's definitely a need here for boundaries that need to be set, and you need to go ahead and set those boundaries because the thing is that, what was it? I had read something the other day where it says, givers have to set the boundaries because the takers rarely ever do. So if you feel like you're being pulled like in 100 directions during this time, and you feel like, it doesn't matter how much you actually give, how much you actually do, you're still in the space where you feel like you're not doing enough, or others are making you feel like you're not doing enough. There's definitely a space here where you need to go ahead and set those boundaries with those individuals, because some people are just they naturally just take, and it's not about them trying to be mean or them trying to take advantage. They've never come across people that set boundaries and set limits, or maybe they just see how others can just constantly take from you, and because others can do it, they just feel like you are okay with it. So there's definitely, ooh, what was that? It's a huge bang. There's definitely this sense where you need to go ahead, you need to speak up, you need to stand up for yourself. You need to stop, and that's the thing. It's like when when you're going through this journey, when you're going through this process, a lot of people like to believe that everything has to be like you have to kind of become a doormat. Let's put it this way, that if you're really healed, you are never going to have like a negative thought, or you're never going to have this or that. And that couldn't be more further from the truth. It's just your perspective on the way that you see things starts to shift. But again, you're always in a place where you are honoring yourself, where you are being true to yourself. And the only way that you can be true to yourself is by setting those boundaries with other individuals of what you will and will not accept. Because the thing is that when you don't, again, you get taken advantage of, if that makes sense. So with the Eight of Swords in the upright, again, it's like you have been here, you have fought this battle before. So this is definitely not new territory for you. This is something that you've dealt with before when it comes to having to set boundaries. With the Princess of Coins in the reverse, what I'm picking up is that you always feel like you end up losing when you set boundaries. Either individuals tend to have more of a distance from you, or people tend to walk away from you when you set the boundaries. Well, then if they're walking away from you because you're setting certain boundaries, or because you're not doing everything they want you to do, then shouldn't you be looking at that as a blessing in disguise? Shouldn't you be looking at that as a good thing? Because if you tell somebody no, that you can't do something for them, or you can't go with them where whatever it is that they're asking you to do, and based on that no, they decide that they no longer want to be your friend, or they no longer want to hang out with you, then basically the only reason they were around was because of what you were able to give, if that makes any sense. So there's definitely a sense here of you needing to stop worrying about who it is that you lose, or who it is that you think you're going to lose by standing up for yourself. Because if you lose somebody because you're standing up for yourself, because you're speaking your truth, you're going after what makes you happy, and you're not settling for people mistreating you and things like that, then were they really truly your friend? Are they really truly meant to be in your life, is the question. Because somebody that truly cares about you, somebody that truly loves you, and this can be in regards to friendship or romantic partner, will not walk away from you because you're setting boundaries. They will not walk away because, first of all, they would honestly be in a space where they themselves will know the boundaries that they are not meant to cross. And I feel that you have to get into the space where you honestly allow yourself to really see people's true colors for what they are. And that if you want to keep certain individuals in your life, then you're going to have to set certain boundaries. Because the thing is that this endless cycle that you've been in here with the Tower in the reverse, where you allow people to again take advantage of you, allow them to tell you what you're going to do, what you're not going to do, how you're going to do it, and all of this thing, and then it's like when you feel like you've had enough, because you don't speak up right away, you kind of hold everything back, then you explode. And instead of setting boundaries in the past, what you have done probably is damage relationships and connections. But again, I feel like you're kind of feeling like the same pressure where a lot of people are needing your help or needing your assistance, or are constantly wanting you to help them with something. The thing here is about setting the boundaries. Are you, one, physically able to do whatever it is that you are willing to help with? Number two, are you emotionally stable to go ahead and do so? Number three, are you spiritually able to do it? Meaning, are you able to actually go ahead and help somebody through their chaos, through their problems, without that influencing your own spirit, your own life? And these are kind of like the things where you need to go ahead and set those boundaries. Because the thing is that some of you are really draining yourself to the point where you guys are even starting to having a hard time getting out of bed, or having a hard time doing your day-to-day basics, because you're so worried about helping others. Yes, you are a warrior, yes, you're going to be helping others, but remember always that you need to be able to be in a place of being grounded and really taking care of yourself before you can go ahead and help others. And I feel that that is kind of like what is being reanalyze, especially today for you guys. It's kind of like showing you like, okay, you've had to do all of these things, and look at all the things that your own things, let's put it this way, that you put on the back burner to help others, right? And it's like now you're realizing it, or it's like it's finally clicking that you need to take care of you. And what that means, that it does not it does not mean that you are selfish or that you don't care about anyone else. Is that and you have realized that you have to take care of yourself. And if you don't believe me, then we have the evil queen, number 2. You deserve sugar, not salt. So again, with that whole setting boundaries has definitely been a huge issue for those of you that chose the kiss bell. And you need to go ahead and you need to start setting those boundaries, love. Someone in your life is mistreating you. You keep trying to see the good in them, but they just keep on disappointing you again and again. Truth is, some people don't deserve second chances. As difficult as it may be, this is your sign that you need to cut them loose, unfollow them, and block their number. It is time to move on. Do whatever it takes to find some inner peace so that it's just as some inner peace. It's just as precious as gold. And I got twisted there. So where was I? Unfollow them and block their number. It is time to move on. Do whatever it takes to find some inner peace, for it's just as precious as gold. That's what I was trying to read, guys, and I apologize for that. So again, boundaries need to be set. People need to be released. What you're thinking that you're going to lose as far as people, just know that if they choose to walk away from you because you're setting certain type of boundaries, you're not taking certain type of behavior from others, then that is their right. They have the right to do that. It is your choice. And it also allows you to see where it is that people actually stand when it comes to you, when it comes to the connection that you actually have with them. So it is what it is. There's definitely a space here of needing to accept. You can't because this is people pleasing. This is people pleasing that I'm picking up. That is the energy that is trying to be worked out through here. That energy of needing to realize that whatever you choose to do is not about pleasing others. It's what brings you happiness. It's not that you're going to go out there and hurt others or anything like that. But this energy of like constantly pleasing others or needing to, or having that feel that you need to please others needs to stop, because it hasn't gotten you anywhere other than being mistreated, other than pulling in or attracting more of those type of like codependency connections. And you need to go ahead and you need to stand up for yourself. And today, it's like, just again, make sure that you're setting the boundaries when you're clear-minded, that you're not doing it, or you're not reacting to someone's current behavior at that moment, because that tends to happen a lot too. Where, I'm sorry guys, I'm just trying to go ahead and get the cards that dropped. Sometimes we allow ourselves to bottled up so many things, right? So much things. And then we don't say anything. And then when we finally go ahead and say something, we blow up. And then we want to go ahead and and then when we've had the time to come down, when we've had the time to kind of relax, then we realize that we really weren't setting boundaries, that we were actually reacting based on, what is this? Something expired on my computer. Don't worry about it. All right, I'm still here. That was weird. Anyways, with those of you that chose the smile bell, there's like a lot of distractions today. Not sure why. We have the stack, trust, and thrive. Trust and thrive. So let's go ahead and see. Stack, where are you? 132. Come alive and thrive. Stand in your light and glory with grace and majesty. So let's go ahead and see. What do you have to stand up for when it comes to your light? What have you been hiding from the world? Why have you been hiding from the world? Three of Swords, broken heart. Broken heart or disappointment in something, disappointment in connections that you've made with either people that you thought were part of your soul tribe or with friends. I feel this is an energy of definitely rethinking connections, rethinking the way that you connect with others, the way you communicate with others, and also rethinking kind of like the people that you choose to hang around with, the people that you choose to call your friends. With the Ten of Swords in the reverse is you're definitely what has kept you, let's put it this way, hesitant when it comes to friendship, when it comes to connections, when it comes to love or anything like that, or when it comes to showing the world your true colors, to show the world your light, is some type of defeat that you felt that you're finally coming out of. So this can be betrayals within love connections, or betrayals within friendships, where maybe you thought that you had made you had met people that were at the same place where you were at, let's put it this way, energetically or spiritually or whatever it was. But while within these connections, people's true colors were revealed as to what they really were after, let's put it this way. And this kind of put you in a space where you kind of felt like, damn, I can't even trust those within the spiritual community. Let's just put it this way. And there is definitely a sense of needing to get out of that energy, needing to get out of that space, because you need to change your perspective as how it is that you look at connections, how it is that you look at relationships. Because yet again, there are certain relationships and certain connections that come into your life to teach you lessons and nothing more. So there's definitely a space here with the Seven of Cups of needing to release this energy of like blocking everybody out, not wanting to either make friends, not wanting to reach out to anybody. When people reach out, you're kind of like pushing people away. This is very the energy that I'm picking up here for those of you that chose the smile bell. There's definitely a huge fear here of connections, fears when it comes to connection, fears when it comes to relationship that needs to be released. Because yet again, regardless of what happened, whether it was romantic or friendship, whatever left you feeling defeated, it was meant to teach you a lesson. And you have to go ahead and look at the lesson that was learned and not focus so much on the betrayal itself, if that makes sense. Because there was a reason why you were betrayed. There was a reason, like there was something that your intuition again was trying to let you know before going into this connection or into these friendships that you didn't listen to. With the Fool and the reverse, you were kind of like disconnected to that part of yourself, where if it was, if it was romantic or whatever it was, maybe the being alone for so long, or maybe this is you could be a person that does not like being alone and you have to go from one relationship to the next, whatever it was for you. This is somebody wanting to jump in, or somebody that jumped into something very quickly and very immaturely without processing or without really thinking things through, because of the simple fact that they didn't want to be alone in whatever part of the journey that they were in at the moment. With the Eight of Coins, you were trying to find balance, but the thing was that you were trying to find balance outside of yourself. You wanted somebody else to balance out the scales within you, and that's the reason why this connection, whether in love or in friendship, didn't work. Because it's not up to somebody else or somebody outside of you to bring balance to you within yourself. So the Five of Swords, so there's definitely a need of you needing to, you need to first of all forgive yourself for going into this connection. Because I feel that a lot of you are still in that space of blaming yourself. And you're holding on to that blame, you're holding on to that resentment, and it's like it's starting to turn into like resentment, like, and it's like and it's kind of funny because, and I say it this way because it's like you're trying your best to keep yourself in a place of balance, but at the same time, this whole resentment energy can also carry on this type of hatred energies towards yourself, and you have to be very careful with that, that you don't allow that to go, like you don't allow it to go in that direction. You need to go ahead and realize that there was a lot that you learned from those connections, and you need to release yourself from that hole that you have been putting yourself in. With the Ace of Cups, it's like now you want to analyze, and yeah, with the Empress in the reverse. Yeah, you need to go ahead and release this, because what I'm picking up is like wanting to have total control of everything now. So because this connection here in the past went the way that I went, now instead of allowing things to just flow, or instead of allowing things to just happen like organically, you guys kind of want to have a hold on everything. You want to have a control over everything, over everyone. And you have to be very careful with that. And you're being asked and advised to move away from that energy. Some of you are even unaware that that is where you have headed, or that is the energy that you're in. It's like you're not allowing yourself with the moon to see the truth of how hard or how much that connection of betrayal, defeat from the past has actually impacted you. And you're being asked to just take some time and really reflect on your choices, and really reflect on who it is that you're pushing away and why you're pushing them away. Because I feel that you guys are pushing a lot of people that are trying to come in, or people that are trying to come in to help or assist you, or people, part of your soul tribe that is trying to reach you, but you're pushing them away because you're fearful that they're going to betray you the same way. So let's go ahead and see what the Believing Your Own Magic deck. What is the advice for the Smile Bell? Library, take control of your own narrative. And again, it's like this is probably what you guys think that you're doing. But in essence, it's like you're trying to control the narrative of others, because you're failing to see like that self-reflection or that self-awareness. Because it's like, again, you guys are just blocking everyone and everything from coming in. Is that you guys are blocking friendship, you guys are blocking your family, you guys are blocking finances, you guys are blocking everything because of the fear of not wanting to be defeated or not wanting to be hurt again. So someone else is trying to call the shots in your life. They think that they can waltz in and control your every move, and you need to say no to their manipulation. It might seem tempting to relinquish control, but if you give someone else power over your narrative, chaos will ensue, and it will be all in their favor and not yours. The stories inside of you make you a library on the verge of bursting, but only if you're the one to pick up the pen. And that is kind of like, if you look at it, if you allow fear and anger and resentment, guilt, whatever it is that you're feeling at the moment, to kind of write the story for you, then you're really not making any choices of your own other than reacting to that initial pain that you're feeling, or to that initial fear that you are feeling. So there's definitely a space here where your perspective has to change, because a lot of the choices that you're making are more reactions to the fear of not wanting to be hurt. And the thing is that regardless, again, of what type of connection you go into, there's always going to be a possibility of being hurt. It is part of being a human. It is part of connections. Not every connection that you go into is going to be successful in the sense that it's going to last. But it is about living in that moment and experiencing those moments with those individuals, and not allowing yourself to get stuck in this space of fear. Because a lot of you are definitely pushing people just away just because of that fear energy that you guys are carrying around, and that needs to be released. And I know that a lot of people want to hear about, what's going on with their exes, et cetera, but that's not what we're here for. So we have the shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts with the wine. So there's definitely why is it that song is coming to my head? I'm coming out. Um like that was replaying in my head, like I'm coming out. I want the world to see. I think that's how the song goes. Do not quote me on it because I cannot sing, and do not ask me who sings it because I really do not know. But there's definitely this sense of wanting to come out, wanting to unveil, wanting to reveal yourself with this card. Like the eyes, everything. It's like if you go ahead and you see how much details there is, it's like this is somebody that has definitely gotten into that space where, or at least is trying to get into that space where they're trying to live for like from their truth. All right, let's go ahead and see what page is this on. 68. There's something just about that card that keeps on drawing me in. All right, so 68. Take your time and focus on developing your gifts and your strength. Yeah, there's somebody that is like, there's this energy of like bursting, of like wanting to come out and show the world like who you are, wanting to come out and show the world what you have to offer. And it's like you kind of feel it like building up as you're developing your gifts, as things are being shown to you, as things are being revealed to you. But there is definitely this excitement of just like this energy just wants to burst out and just wants to come out. The world. Yep. It's whatever it is that you have been being, whatever it is behind the scenes, let's put it this way, that you've been working on or that you have been preparing on when it comes to your gifts, like things that are being revealed, or how to use your gifts, or how it is that you're going to use them for the collective and stuff like that, is like it's putting you in this energy like of feeling like you're going to take over the world. There's definitely a lot of energy of like hope, a lot of energy of like you got this type of thing. Yep, the 10 of coins. You're definitely, whatever has been revealed to you or whatever is going to be revealed for you, you're definitely in this space where you're coming into realizing or finally having the clarity of how it is that you're going to achieve all of your goals, all of your dreams. With the 4 of Swords and the upright, is definitely, you're coming out of this space though where there was a lot of struggle, there was a lot of confusion. There was definitely, you were asked or you were advised to kind of take a rest, to kind of take a break, while your gifts, while things were being revealed to you. And if you haven't done so, if you haven't taken that break, and again, when I'm talking about breaks, I'm not talking about you being non-productive for like 6 months or a week or 2 weeks or whatever. This can be so much as like a day or two, whether you're being led to fast for like a day, or you're just you're being asked to meditate for like, the majority of a day, or to go into intense meditation, pray, or whatever it is. But it's a rest from or like kind of like everything else from the world. It's kind of like a disconnect from the world, in the sense where you're really going deeply within yourself to rest in your own knowing, to rest in what is inside. That is kind of like the rest that I'm kind of talking about here, because some of you have really moved away, or were not in that space of really staying connected with yourself for a very long time. Whether it was that you were not finding the time or not making the time, let's put it this way, not making the time to meditate, not making the time to pray, not making the time to go out in nature, whatever it was. So there's definitely this refocus that when you start up again, is like so much is being revealed to you, so much is making sense, let's put it that way, that then allows you to kind of remove this energy of kind of like, because I feel like with this 4 of Swords, it was more of like searching for an answer, wanting the clarity and not getting it, and getting so exhausted from not receiving the clarity or not receiving the message, when all you had to do was be still enough to allow the answer to come through. So let's go ahead and see what else do we have for, why is this one? What else do we have? Yeah, for some of you, it's just going to be that stillness within yourself that is going to allow you to come up with the answer that you seek. Yeah, with the Ten of Swords. Some of you are definitely could be going through this energy at the moment, where again it's like there is a burden or there's something, but it's like it escalates so fast. But then it's like as fast as it's escalating, this intense energy inside, whether you're feeling angry or whatever it is, it's like as quickly as it's going to be resolved. Because it's like you're going to go in, like when you start to feel that buildup of the energy, like like things are about to explode, like you're going to lose a type of energy. It's like as quickly as you're going to jump into like that meditation or that prayer or that whatever it is, and it's like quickly going to be revealed to you. And I don't know why I keep on snapping my fingers, but that's like it's like that. It's like it's just going to be clear off your energy. Hope that makes sense. Because the reason why you're being allowed, or why these energies are showing up in your field, is to kind of remind you of what helped you in the past with the Nine of Wands. It's kind of like a reminder. Remember when you were going through this in the past? Remember what helped you? Oh, that's what I've been missing from my routine. Oh, that's what I need to go back to. So again, I feel that whatever intense energies you guys are feeling during this time is not so much things that are unresolved or things that are not healed. Again, it is more of that reminder. Remember what you promised yourself. Remember what you told yourself you were going to do. Remember, you are not honoring your word. You're not meditating every day. You're not praying every day. You're not reading every day. You're not working out every day. Whatever it is, you're being reminded of during this time with the Five of Wands. So when it comes to all of these girls around her, I don't feel like these are other people. This is literally you yourself constantly reminding yourself, like, again, through your day-to-day experience of what it is that you yourself told yourself you were going to do, and maybe you stopped, or maybe you've been doing like a half-assed job or whatever it is. So there's definitely this space here that when you go back to honoring your word to yourself, when you go back to the space where you are doing what you said you were going to do, it's like everything is going to become clearer. The messages are definitely, it's like, again, with this Four of Swords, whatever clarity you are seeking is being revealed to you. The minute you go ahead and you literally you stand still, you go within, and you allow the clarity to come in, because you have the World card, you have the Ten of Coins. You definitely, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, whatever it is that you're trying to create, is definitely it's there already. Like how it is that you're meant to do it. It's just a failure to see it because of the simple fact that you have there's promises, there's words to yourself that you have still yet to keep. So take note of whatever it is that you have. What have you promised yourself that you were going to do, or where did you tell yourself you were going to be at by this time when it comes to your own personal growth? And what have you done? Because the Emperor, like, he's always somebody that is in control. But with the Three of Swords, it's like there was definitely a space here where you felt like you lost control, and therefore it was easier to either stop with your spiritual routine or to shorten your spiritual routine. Whatever it was, there was something that you felt that you lost control of, that you used as an excuse not to keep a word or to keep a promise to yourself. And then we have the Knight of Wands. And with this Knight of Wands, it's like, they always say the knights are usually like the slowest. I don't know, to be honest with you. That is what I hear. But this is kind of like, you just need to, that's the thing, is like, I feel like when you realize whatever it was that, when you either realize it or when you admit whatever it was that kind of threw you off your game, or whatever it was that threw you off your routine, you're going to be a little upset, because you can't believe that something that small or something that little threw you off your game so much. So that's where maybe that not wanting to admit it to yourself, because you know that you're going to be upset with yourself. We have the Princess of Wands, and then the Hanged Woman, and the Upright. So it's like there's definitely a hesitation here of not wanting to admit what stopped you on your tracks, or what was it that put you in that hanged woman position. Like what put a hold or what put a stop to what it was that you were building, or what it was that you were creating. Because whatever you were building, whatever you were creating goes hand in hand to your spiritual routine. So stop when you stopped working on your spiritual routine, this whatever this was, this 10 of coins, stopped growing. There's definitely something that you've been suppressing when it comes to that you need to allow yourself to be like you have to be honest with yourself when it comes to that. Believe in your own magic. Clover. Release your guilt. Of course, you're feeling guilty about something. Number 21. Now the question is, are you feeling guilty about what you've manifested so far? No, you're not. You're feeling guilty about who you feel you're going to leave behind energetically. This is not just lovers. This is friends, families. There's a huge, there's, yeah, you're feeling guilty about accomplishing something. So it's like you yourself subconsciously hinder your own growth or hinder your own abundance because of some type of guilt that you have been taught to feel about receiving, about growth, about abundance, about money, about wealth. And you need to take a look at that. That's what I'm being told. All right. You've been carrying a burden of guilt on your shoulders for far too long. It's now negatively impacting all facets of your life and making it impossible to function. You've come to a crossroad where you need to choose a direction. Go ahead and make your reparations, or release yourself from the cage you built around yourself. Yeah, and I feel that this is why there's such a hesitation with the Princess of Wands and the Hanged Woman, and then I have the Emperor here with the Knight of Wands and the Three of Swords. There's a hesitation to admit that this energy is still part of you, or this energy is what in the past, or what is still stopping you from going after what it is that you're trying to achieve. That guilt that has been installed into you, has been drilled into you, that you're never you can never get everything that you want. Like you can never accomplish anything. Like your dreams, your goals, they're pointless, or you're being selfish for wanting so much, or you're being selfish for wanting like abundance, wanting wealth in all areas. Because I feel like that's the thing is with you, the wealth that you're seeking for is not just financially. A lot of you is you're seeking that wealth like spiritually, physically and everything. But others, for whatever reason, that's their own point of view. They see it as if you're only chasing financial wealth. But you allow that their words or whatever to play in your mind, and you need to walk away from that. You need to remove yourself from that energy. So you need to go deep within yourself and see where the root cause of this guilt when it comes to success, when it comes to abundance, is coming from. I hope that makes sense. Well, guys, let's see. Hi, I'm here. Well, that is all that I have for you guys for today. As always, thank you for all the love and support. Thank you for spending this time with me. And I will see you guys back. I'll see you guys Thursday for the weekend, and then on Saturday again. Have a wonderful, beautiful, amazing day. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all.